1 year pog.
Trans kids in Texas are scared they'll be taken from their parents.
You play with the chickens. Don't act like a princess that you are. Come on.
Okay, but what if I don't want to touch disgusting dead worms today? Chill. I think she's laying an egg. Shut up. Y'all are so loud.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Juliet doesn't like me.
She doesn't. She likes me, though.
Oh, hush.
We first met Kai when she was just 5 years old, living in a conservative suburb of Houston.
When Mom thought I was a boy and dressed me like a boy, I did not like it. I already thought she knew I was a girl, but she didn't know, so I had to tell her when I was old enough to say it.
For nearly 2 years, Kai's mom, Kimberly Shapley, fought their local school board so that Kai could use the girls' bathroom.
The suicide rate for a transgender youth is 41%. That is why we are fighting so adamantly for these children.
Kimberly lost that battle.
Be allowed to use the restroom.
And in 2018, she moved her family to Austin, where she hoped Kai would be safe.
I'm dead, God. I'm dead.
But in late February 2022, following an opinion by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, Governor Greg Abbott ordered the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, or DFPS, to investigate parents who support their trans kids' gender-affirming care for, quote, child abuse. The concern is that these children could be separated from their parents.
Oh, my.
Pro-life, by the way, dude. Love
White
being
people are
pro-life.
happy.
This is some real small government pro-life shit. I love being the party of small government and being pro-life and then doing this shit, okay? Yeah, let's use resources on literally fucking criminally prosecuting straight up like the parents of the most vulnerable population, dude. Fuck it.
Oh my gosh, I missed you guys.
And by the way, this is not done for some like real moral reason. The only reason why this is done is cruelty, okay? The cruelty is the purpose. The cruelty is the reason.
I've reached 12 months.
And people
brain rot.
disagree with
Watching
me and
you
they
over
say,
the
no,
past
they
year
like
has helped me
legitimately
through a
think
lot.
like trans
Thank
people
you.
are being hurt
And
or
thank
whatever
you
the
for
fuck
covering
by
this transgender
going
pride.
through, by taking hormone blockers and shit like that. It's like, no. This is such a tiny fucking fraction. This is such a tiny, small,
Just realize
marginalized
this
group of
very important
individuals
fact.
that you are
If you have
adding
eyes on
on
the
to the
show,
fucking
you will be one person away
cruelty
from
and the
Luna.
cruelty
When
of their
will we have friend of the
existence,
show, Olivia Hay, on the show?
and using state resources to do this specifically so you can win a fucking election. It's
Well said,
wild.
Hassan.
Guys, good to
Again, family values. I love being the party of small government, family values, and also pro-life, and then completely violating all of those principles literally nonstop.
see you, cutie.
Good to see you too.
Over the past few years, Kai has become one of the most outspoken young trans activists in the U.S. In 2021, her testimony in front of the Texas State Senate helped stop a bill that would have criminalized gender-affirming care for minors.
I've been having to explain myself since I was 3.
This new directive is an attempt to stop trans youth from accessing medical care anyway, even though major medical associations say that care, which can be anything from puberty blockers to hormone treatments, is medically necessary.
Come on.
All
I'll
right.
show you upstairs.
So this is your room?
Yes, this is my room. This is Dolly Parton's posters. She gave them to me after I sent her a letter and a big box of stuff. And she eventually sent something to me, so.
So cool.
And then over here are our beds.
Yeah, like this little baby's parents deserve to be in jail. Like that's great. Cool stuff, dude.
Came for the
Really.
hot
I mean,
policy takes, stayed for the daily drip.
trans education is a horrific crime against humanity. Bro, what is wrong with you, dude? Have you been lobotomized? What the fuck is this Vladimir Putin's doing? No, it's Greg Abbott, the Texas governor, and you're still bringing up fucking Vladimir Putin in this conversation. What, you think I think Putin is pro-trans? You think I'm pro-Putin? You fucking idiot. Dude, please, dude, your brain cancer is just like leaking out of your fucking ears, dude. Oh my Lord, I'm banning you. I can't deal with this, dude. 18-month subscriber. Even when I'm fucking talking about like American news, you still got to be like, dude, fuck Putin. Yeah, of course, fuck Putin, dude. Dumbass liberals, dude. Can't even allow criticism exclusively of American affairs by Americans without being like, well, Putin's fucking hates trans people too. Yeah, okay. So what?
Monk.
So you agree with Tucker Carlson? With respect to what? You think Tucker Carlson thinks Greg Abbott and this move is fucking disgusting? Is Tucker Carlson pro-trans? What are you talking about?
Negative.
Oh my gosh. How fun. This is, you guys like get to have a slumber party every night.
Yeah, we have bed tents. They're really cool.
So cool. Do you ever think about this sort of what ifs?
Hassle.
I obviously still feel worried and nervous, but I'm not exaggeratively worried because I know that we'll make it.
In those moments when you do worry, like what are some of those thoughts that go through your mind?
Well, what if they took me away from Mom? What if they arrested Mom? What if they took me somewhere? What if they forced me to be somebody who I wasn't? Mm-hmm. I always have these thoughts moving through my head, like, what if this happens? Should I do this? Should I jump out the window?
Has that sort of escalated in the last few days?
It's been getting a bit worse, but whenever I needed some help or anything, I would let one of my friends know, like Sky, or let my mom know, and we would chat. My mom's been with me my whole life. I wouldn't have made it without her.
Why have you been sleeping with me the last 2 nights?
Well, I have 2 reasons. One, so that I wake up on time. The second is because I'm a bit afraid of what's been going on.
You need to remember that there are... What?
There are more people with us than it comes to stuff.
And you need to remember that it's my job to...
Worry, and it's my job to tell my story.
Okay?
When the governor came out with the order a few days ago, what was your experience sort of seeing that?
Initially, just
I'm sorry, that was a good joke. This little girl's long game to win Olympic gold. Yeah, transphobes will look at this and be like, that's right, brother. She's trying to win Olympic gold. That's why she's doing this. Except, of course, when you do hormone blockers at an age like this, pre-puberty, puberty hormone blockers, you actually don't make the physical gains that Republicans regularly talk about with respect to, like, people who are assigned male at birth, going through gender confirmation therapy to, what is the fucking proper terminology? You should become women, like they're women, right? That you don't get those bone density gains, brother, when you go through that. But even then, you assuming she's on HR? Wait, what? No, that girl is 11 years old. Very likely they're just on hormone blockers. That's it. transition.
Salam, big buddy.
Well, I thought that people didn't like that anymore. I don't fucking know. Explain the joke like a true leftist. Okay, shut up.
Just texting with other moms just to literally and calling just to cry with each other. And then the text messages started coming. CPS called me today. And your heart drops and you're just, this can't be happening. You're totally numb and this can't be happening. And then, the next text message comes and you're like, oh my God, this is literally happening. What do we do? Who do we ask? Who do we call?
Do you talk to Kai about like what to do if a CPS investigator?
Nah, fam. Only an adult can make that decision. Shit's gross, and it's just the truth. Fuck the laws being up into place, but nothing is health about trans kids. Bro, you're literally fucking. It's a reversible process. You know that, right? Like the puberty blockers are a completely reversible process. If that's the case. That's fucking insane to just say some dumb shit like that. It's gross is true, by the way. That's what it is. Like, I mean, at least this person, black boy, been here for 60 months, is at least being honest about where he's coming from. A lot of people will make it seem like, it's anything but. They feel anything but. Okay?
18.
This shit, this stuff, hormone blockers early on, puberty blockers early on, is unironically one of the best, most effective ways that trans people can comfortably transition. Okay? It's crazy. It's just like, great for mental health. It quite literally directly saves lives. Like, it's wild. Wild that you would think that this is, anything but life-saving medical care.
Showed up. What to say, what not to say.
I did talk to her about if CPS were to show up at school, just get on her Instagram and go live and keep her phone on. And I told her the ways that I would be able to track her, and that I would come get her. Make no mistake, I will come get you. I want you to think about Kai being taken from my home and given a boy's haircut and made to wear boy clothes and called by her dead name. 24 hours.
At such an early age to decide their gender. First of all, the child is deciding their gender. That's one. And two, it doesn't matter. Because puberty blockers, at the very least, like, allow someone to, one, make that decision for themselves when they're older, and two, more importantly, you motherfuckers think you just buy this at CVS. Like, oh, hello, welcome. I'm an 11-year-old. I'm at CVS right now. Please, pharmacist, give me a fucking hormone blocker. Like, do you understand the numerous fucking loops that you need to go through? Also, deciding is like the entire point, kind of, that people fundamentally misunderstand. You don't decide your gender, dude. You are your gender. Bro, people literally just, I think people unironically think like, oh yeah, let me just, people think we live in the anarchist commune that people were talking about earlier. Okay, where it's over. The supply chains have been disrupted in its entirety, so people are making bathtub HRT and gender blockers. I mean, or hormone blockers. Yeah. Like, hey, Bo James, Can you make me some bathtub HRT when you're done with the bathtub insulin? Yeah, I need it.
There's a day where no one will affirm her because they want to fix her. Yeah. I will find her.
Within 48 hours of Abbott's directive, 5 Texas district attorneys...
Hormone blocker, dude, they should fuck you up entirely. No way this is fully reversible. Yeah, you know what else is not reversible? When you fucking commit suicide. Sorry, trigger warning, but like, you know. That's also not reversible. So, shut the fuck up, idiot. Let the medical professionals handle it. And not a dumbass like Greg Abbott and the Republican state legislature of Texas.
Declared their offices wouldn't pursue cases against parents of trans kids. And even some of those tasked with enforcing the directive disagree with it. One DFPS investigator agreed to speak with us anonymously.
Do parents have to answer the phone, answer the door, or talk to an agent like you?
No. They can say no. They don't have to sign releases. They don't have to let us in their home. I don't think the average person knows that.
You are risking your job by talking to us. Why is it that important to do this interview?
I know that these children are in great homes. I know they're not being physically abused. The first time I've ever talked to a reporter, that the reporter was crying. Excuse me, my apologies. My apologies. Made the comment that the family was impeccable.
How many do y'all transphobes want to lose before you have some empathy? There is no amount. Transphobic people will just want trans people to die. That's the whole point. There's never... Transphobic people are never going to turn around and be like, oh man, oops, I guess we fucked up on this one. When transphobes fucking say shit like, oh, well, we're actually defending the safety and security of people's genders or whatever the fuck. No, like they don't give a shit, dude. That's crazy. No, they straight up just don't want trans people to exist.
And then there was the only reason was that the person is a mandated reporter.
This isn't a bigot. It's not a hateful person. It's not someone who's anti-trans. It's someone who just felt like they had to do this or they would lose their job.
This is very dramatic, and forgive me, but the only thing I could think of was Nazi Germany, that you had to turn in your neighbors. It's insanity to me with all the problems going on. This is what we're dealing with. I have to call all of these wonderful people out to protect kids.
Motherfuckers, hormone blockers usually aren't even needed for adults in male to female transition. Blockers are extra strain on the body and not needed. Estrogen monotherapy for the win. So the other thing I wanted to say is like, bro, I'm on fucking hormone blockers. You know, there's a lot of people that you probably know that use hormone blockers. I don't know if you know this or not. What the fuck do you think FDA approved balding medication is? That's it. And if I were to stop taking DHT blockers, my hair would fucking fall out. Straight up. I'd go bald. Many other people that also take it would also go bald. All finasteride I did was lower my libido a bit. When I stopped taking it, it slowly came back. No, I've been fine. It's prostate medication, by the way. So many men also take it, just like myself, not for their hairline, but later on in their lives, so they don't get cancer. PhD blockers, postmenopausal HRT, some blood pressure medication. Yeah, hella people do this, okay? But they're cis, so you don't think about it. You know what I mean? You just don't think about it. You never think about it. You would never think about it with what I do. Okay?
To protect kids. And that's what we do for a living. That's literally in the interviews, ma'am. That's what we tell them. Is that to get them kind of a trust factor.
Can't delay the inevitable, dude. You're going to go bald. I quite literally have, due to medical technology. So it's funny that you say that, but I literally have been able to do that. I identified that my hairline was receding, and I straight up did do that. So, you know. By the way, I'm trans and think that comparing this to Nazi Germany is kind of whack. Wait. Nazi Germany also was not very fond of trans people.
So my whole job is to protect you. That's all I do. And in these cases, I can't tell them that.
What do you fear about this order?
My fear is that these children will be taken back to where we were 30 years ago, because those people that do believe in this, who have power, are using that power for political reasons, not safety. And I can't imagine that we would tell these parents not to protect their children.
Drown out the hate! Drown out the hate! The order against trans kids in Texas is among this year's most drastic anti-trans policies so far. But it's not the only one. 32 states have introduced over 128 anti-trans bills, and 37 of those bills focus on outlawing gender-affirming care for minors.
Save our families! Save our families! Save our families! The idea that our political leaders throw our kids under the bus to score political points is nauseating. So we are here, we're gonna stay, and that's it. So protect trans youth! We're here, we're queer, get used to it! We're here, we're queer, get used to it!
So what have the last few days been like since the governor issued this order?
It's really just been an absolute all-out attack on this community, and unfortunately it's nothing new. This last legislative session, we had the most anti-trans bills introduced ever in the state, and so it's just been kind of a constant barrage of attacking this beautiful, wonderful, resilient community.
Stop the hate! Stop the hate!
What was your reaction when you saw the order come through?
I was heartbroken. All everyone wants to do is keep the kids alive, and that's hard enough.
I was a trans kid. This would have affected me. This affects a lot of trans kids that I know. It's so divorced from reality, divorced from science.
Opposition to Abbott's order is mounting. After a lawsuit, a judge has already temporarily blocked a DFPS investigation into one family. The AG appealed immediately.
Donald Trump would not have let this happen. Okay, listen, I know this is a very, very serious story, but it's fine to just like every now and then have a moment where we can, joke and share some laughter, okay? No, that dude is making a joke. It's like when fucking Trump supporters say dumb shit like that about everything. It's a joke.
Not a chud. Can I get some Hasan
And the case seems to be heading towards a drawn-out legal battle. In the meantime, clinics like the Texas Children's Hospital have already stopped providing hormone treatments. And families like Kai's are left in limbo.
Isn't birth control also meddling with your hormones? Yes, don't give him ideas, dude. What are you doing? Bro, what are you doing? I'm just kidding. I mean, if it were up to the Republicans, they would stop that too, so.
It's been trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. And the only goal I have is to protect my kids. I have no agenda. The mood in Texas is so dangerous. I mean, you know my evangelical background. I mean, I am a Christian, but what's happening in Texas is so much bigger than just what's happening to trans kids. And I think we better recognize it really, really soon. So will I move? Yes. Will I leave everything behind if I have to?
Yeah, I mean, oh wait, I don't want to show this if there's TOS stuff on here, but yeah. The pink triangle from Nazi labeled as a symbol of gay pride. Pink triangles were originally used in concentration camps to identify gay prisoners. That's where that comes from.
15 months. No brain rot, let's go.
Will I fight like hell? Yes.
Trans kids are taking it upon themselves to educate the public. Earlier this year, Kai and her friend Sky, a 13-year-old girl from Arizona, started a YouTube show, Kai and Sky Talk Politics. Every week, they interview other trans kids around the country and inform their audience about issues facing their communities. They let us take a peek at one of their rehearsals.
Have it up on the computer so I can screen share. Hi guys, welcome to Kai and Sky Talk Politics, a trans kid production. My name is Skylar Morrison, I'm 13 years old and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Hi, I'm Kay Shapley. My pronouns are her, she, like the candy bar.
So much is going on in anti-trans legislation this week.
All right, I'm against this now. My fucking territory, okay? You better recognize. Listen. You better cut the shit out, okay? Get back to doing 11-year-old shit. None of this political streaming stuff, okay? You understand me? Back off right now. Oh, boomer, it's their time now. No, I'm just kidding, man.
Week, the first week of March 2022, and everything is moving so quickly.
SB 1138 in Arizona. This bill would make it illegal to have any gender affirming care under the age of 18.
There was some good news this week out of Utah where HB 0127, a trans healthcare ban, has died.
Another one of the good things that's going on is the ACLU of Texas is suing the state of Texas from investigating parents who support their trans kids. Cases are being opened and investigated right now, and parents are being urged to refuse to talk to DFPS. If they call, do not let them in your home, and immediately reach out for legal resources. Resource list.
There's no way he didn't see the Beto sticker. Dude, what do you want me to do? Dunk on an 11-year-old trans girl? Like, what the fuck? Oh, imagine being a fucking Beto supporter, dumbass. Why are you not a communist? Like, yo, chatters are fucking on a different level today, dude. She's in Texas. What do you mean? Like,
Thank you so much for covering this. It's important to make
offered by ACLU of Texas, Equality Texas, and Lambda Legal. Whatever your gift or talent, please use that to help trans kids.
If you're a trans kid, we would love to invite you to be a guest on our show and share your experience being a trans kid in politics. Send either of us to DM on Twitter and Instagram.
someone said, rate their setup. It's kind of mid. Yeah, she's in Texas, bro. Who's she going to support? Greg Abbott? What the fuck?
Hey, the video is over now. But if you enjoyed that, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? And if you want to see more of that, just go, well, YouTube's got it around here somewhere.